Mastering Conditionals in Real Conversations, Communicative Grammar, Episode 2. Today we're mastering conditionals. Are you up to?
Can I ask something that always confuses me? Why do conditionals feel so theoretical? I mean, when do people actually use things like, if I had studied more, I would have passed? It sounds so textbooky.
Oh, I love that question. Because you're absolutely right. Conditionals can sound abstract, but they're actually everywhere in real life. They're how we talk about possibilities, regrets, plans, warnings, even jokes. So let's break it down. Conditionals aren't grammar for grammar's sake. They're about how we think, predict, and imagine. Let's start with how they're built. Conditionals is if plus a situation, then a result. So every time you say, if it rains, we'll stay inside. Boom, that's a conditional. Let's walk through the 5 main types. Yes, 5, including 0.
So, what's the zero conditional? That even a thing?
Yes, and it's super useful. We use the 0 conditional when we're talking about facts or regular actions that are always true. Examples. If you heat ice, it melts. If I don't sleep well, I get cranky. These are general truths, not just personal ones. Science, habits, rules.
Okay. 0 is science, habits, rules, and what about others?
Now, first conditional. We use the first conditional when we talk about realistic possibilities in the future.
Examples?
Sure. Examples. If it rains tomorrow, we'll cancel the trip. If you study, you'll pass. Use it to give advice, make promises, or warn someone.
Wait. And what if I'm talking about something not real, like daydreaming?
Exactly. That's when you use the second conditional. We use the second conditional when we talk about hypothetical situations.
For example?
Examples. If I had $1 million, I'd travel the world. If I were you, I'd talk to her. This one expresses imaginary, hypothetical, or unlikely situations. Look, did you notice that we said if I were instead of if I was? We use the subjunctive form if I were instead of if I was, especially in formal or written English.
Okay. Now what if the situation is in the past and I can't change it?
Welcome to the third conditional, the regret zone. We use it to imagine a different past and the result it would have had. Examples. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the test. If they had left earlier, they wouldn't have missed the train. This is your go-to for what-if scenarios about the past. It's emotional, it's reflective, it's very human.
If I had studied medicine,
If you had studied medicine, you would be a doctor. It's the mixed conditional. We use the mixed conditional when we imagine a different past with a different present result, or we use it for a present state which has influenced past events. Examples. If I had taken that job, I'd be living in Paris now. If he had studied medicine, he'd be a doctor. This type connects timelines, past mistakes with present consequences. Another example. If you weren't so lazy, you would have finished your work by now. This is about regrets and unreal hypothetical situation in present. Let's clear up some common slip-ups. Common mistake. If I will see her, I will say hi. This is not correct. Say instead, if I see her, I'll say hi. In conditionals, the if part uses the present simple tense, even when talking about the future. Another common mistake. If he would study more, he would pass. This is not correct. Say instead, if he studied more, he would pass. No would in the if clause. One more common mistake. If I was you, I would talk to her. Say instead, if I were you, I would talk to her. If I were, instead of if I was, use subjunctive. We will talk about subjunctive in the next episodes. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. Let me tell you a quick story. Imagine this. If you practice consistently, you improve. Zero conditional fact. That's just how the brain works. A few months ago, I was nervous about speaking in English, but I made a promise to myself. If I find an online language exchange, I will join it. First conditional, real future. Well, I found one, and that one step changed everything. Sometimes I think, if I were more confident, I would join more speaking clubs without hesitation. Second conditional, unreal present. But let's be real, I also have regrets. If I had started speaking earlier, I would have improved much faster. Third conditional, unreal past. And here's the truth. If I hadn't joined that first session, I wouldn't be speaking as fluently as I do now. Mixed conditional, past situation affecting the present. See? 5 conditionals, 1 learner's journey, and guess what? That learner could be you.
Wow, this finally makes sense.
Awesome! Now you can pause the video and review all 5 types of conditional sentences once again. Want to level up real-life conditional sentences? Hit like if this helped you and you want the next video of advanced conditional sentences. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Drop your own conditional sentence in the comments. We'll check and reply.